Hey guys, so today I'm doing another chit-chatty type get ready with me video. I love filming these. These are definitely one of my favorite videos to make, so let's get on with the makeup. So since I'm going out and about today, I am using some sunblock. The one I've been using recently is from Trader Joe's. It's just their face and body sunscreen lotion. This one is 30 SPF. And normally I like to get like 50, but actually this one's been working out pretty well, so I don't know. So I've been recently watching the show Ozark on Netflix, and at first like I had no intention of watching it because I was like, I don't even know what Ozark means. I don't know, I didn't hear any hype about it, but then Netflix did like a bunch of commercials for it on YouTube actually. And I saw the commercials and I was like, okay, this actually looks super interesting and I really love the color grading. I think like you could get me for most shows if it has color grading that's really good, or like really dark. I like when they're just darker tones and like cooler palettes. I really love that. So anyway, so it seemed like kind of dark and kind of like mysterious, I guess, and it had really nice color palettes, so I was like, I'll check it out. So I've been watching it pretty much non-stop for the past like week and a half, and there's only 10 episodes, so I mean, even if you watch one episode a day, you'll be done pretty quickly. But the thing is, it goes very into detail with the time that it has. Like in the 10 episodes, it's like a huge story, and I really liked it. But man, I finished it yesterday, and that last episode was so dark and a little bit more graphic than I expected. So if you guys are like not into graphic things, maybe like, I don't know, skip around the last episode, or like, I don't know, there's just a couple scenes that I just will not be able to get out of my mind for a while. So I'm sure you guys would recognize the products that I'm using because I use these pretty much every single day. Sometimes I'll like change one for another one, but basically it's my everyday routine, just like regular eyeshadow, lashes, all that stuff. So I think I have a video on it here if you guys are interested, and if you've already seen my other get ready with me's, then you know, it's just the same makeup routine. So the foundation that I'm using today is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus cream. Oh, I don't know why I didn't read this before, but apparently this one has SPF 50, so I guess I didn't really need to apply sunscreen on my face. Also, if you guys are like, this girl hasn't posted in a while, it's because I had family in town like a week ago, and you just can't really film when you have family over because like you're going out places, you're like doing things as a family, you're going out to eat as a family, you know what I mean? And like, I love having people visit and I love hanging out with people, but man, it's just so draining. And I think that's like the introverted part of me, I guess. But like, after my family left, I was just like wiped out for 2 days. I was just like, because it actually physically drains my energy. And I love my family and I love having them visit, but it's just like, it drains me. Like, you know, when people go to a party, and if you're introverted, you will understand, but like if you go to a party, then after a couple hours, you are like wiped out, you know? I really like this foundation because it is a little bit on the lighter side, and I feel like I don't really have to cover up my skin too much. I just really like to even out the tones. So this looks like super shiny on my face. I think I'm gonna matte it down right now. I normally wouldn't, but since on camera it looks like super shiny, I'm just gonna matte it down a little bit. And also in the summertime, doing makeup is just not my favorite thing because it does not look dewy. It just looks like you sweat a lot. So that's not the look I'm going for today. Oh, okay, so back to the whole Ozark thing, because I need more people who watch this show. Like, I think it just recently came out, so I don't know too many people who've seen it already. But basically, the whole time I was watching it, I like could not stop thinking about Zootopia. Probably because Jason Bateman is also in it, and he also is a criminal in Zootopia, but like, I just kept imagining Zootopia. I was like, this would be like a darker version of Zootopia, basically a much darker version. Okay, so now my face is a little bit more matte, so I think it's a little bit more tolerable for the camera right now because all that shine was just like distracting me, and I mostly just look at the actual camera itself, but like the shininess was just like, it was just too much. So I'm gonna do my under eyes first. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Intensive Skin Serum Corrector. This one is by Bobbi Brown, and I am just gonna put that underneath my eyes and then put concealer on, and you guys already know how this goes. So the other other day I went to PetSmart and I saw the largest dog I have seen in my entire life. I don't know if larger dogs than that actually exist because they might as well just be bears at that point, but like, the dog was literally the size of me, and I guess it was there for like pet training or something, which is a good idea when you have a large dog like that. But the handler of the dog, I guess the lady who was like training the dog or something, she was saying that like I could pet him because I asked. I was like not gonna go up to that dog and not ask if I could pet him first because I had to make sure he was friendly. So I don't remember the dog's name. Oh, Stewie. It was named Stewie. That's what it was. Anyway, so I was able to pet him and like he was so friendly and so calm, and it is such a difference when you have a teeny tiny Pomeranian, and you know Pomeranians are like not always that calm with strangers, you know, they like to bark at strangers. Or at least mine likes to bark so that strangers will pet him. So the dog was laying down and I was able to like pet his head and everything, and it's just so crazy how large this dog was because his head was probably the size of my entire Pomeranian. So the handler was able to get him to sit up. She was just like sit, and he just like sat upright, and he was literally the size of me, and that was so freaky. I've never experienced being the same size as a dog before, so that was really strange, and it was just like I had to take a picture. So I have a picture and I will insert it now because oh my god, that was really crazy. So I guess the dog was a Newfoundland dog. I have never heard of one being larger than that. Maybe there is, but I would kind of be a little bit scared to see it. Alright, so e.l.f. palette, this is just the blush quad, and I'm gonna put that a little bit on my cheeks, just regular day. So nothing too crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna do my eyeshadow now, and every single time I am about to do my eyeshadow, I forget that I should have done my concealer after, because then I could just like swipe away any excess eyeshadow, but no, I always forget every single time. Also, my Naked palette is probably my most used palette out of everything because it's just such a nice quality palette, and it's like, it has a lot of neutrals, and it's just my favorite thing. But I'm really surprised that I'm only hitting pan on the Virgin shade because like I use this thing every single day, so you'd think it would hit pan sooner on the other shades, but no. And you can tell which shades I use the most just from like the depth of it. I have no idea if you can see it from there, but like I use Virgin, Sidecar, Hustle, and occasionally I'll use Sin, but like you can so tell that those are my most used. Oh no, I got a text. Also, okay, so like normally I like to dye my hair a lot. I haven't done it in a while because, as you guys know, I was traumatized from the last hairstylist who dyed my hair lighter. I've been to hairstylists who've dyed my hair darker, like a couple months ago. I think it was like a year ago at this point. Somebody dyed my hair like more black when it still had like a lot of mismatched browns and other tones from like the other hairstylists. But like I haven't lightened it since, and I want to. I feel like I can find a proper stylist eventually. But anyway, so I'm trying to keep my hair just like, you know, this blackish brown for now because I have plans for this Halloween. If I do anything, I'm trying to be Louise Belcher because I just relate a lot with that girl. She's so funny, and I wish I could be that funny. But also, I think it's just like that she's the youngest, I'm the youngest. I think it's like one of those things, but I really like her. So I want to be that for Halloween. If I do anything for Halloween, I almost never do. I just like to stay home and like watch movies, like Halloween movies. And it's always like Over the Garden Wall and The Nightmare Before Christmas and I don't know, like anything else. I should probably end up like watching Beetlejuice. I've never seen Beetlejuice, but you know, like movies along those lines I really like. But Over the Garden Wall is so cute, so I'm probably gonna watch that again. So if I end up doing anything, then I will be Louise Belcher. But if not, then whatever. I'll just dye my hair after Halloween, I guess. I seriously am so in love with Urban Decay palettes because they're so good and I want all of them. So I applied Sidecar all over my lid, a mixture of Toasted and Hustle onto the crease, and now I'm just gonna put Half Baked in the corners of my eyes, and oh yeah, Virgin is always a highlight, except I think I'm gonna put a little bit of Sin on that too. Just, I don't know, I just like how it looks when I put my highlight on. I think it looks like a nice mixture, it matches the highlight. Okay, so I just did my eyeliner and I decided to just like skip over that part filming wise because I just cannot talk while I am doing my eyeliner. It would be a mess if if I were talking while doing my eyeliner. So I ended up using my Essence Dip Eyeliner. I made a review video on that. I think it was a first impressions video. You can check it out right there. Okay, so next thing we have to do is curl the lashes. But first, Build-A-Bear. I went to Build-A-Bear like a little over a week ago and it was so much fun. Like, I didn't make a stuffed animal, but it was so fun. I love it. Like, I haven't been there since I was in the 3rd grade, or I hadn't been there. So like 3rd grade until like 19. So it had been a while, but it was a lot of fun and they have such cute things. Like, they have like little umbrellas and little like slumber bags and it was just so cute. Okay, so this is the NYX Pinup Tease mascara. Today I think I'm gonna go to Ulta and see if I can find any more mascaras I want to try out because I just like to mix things up when it comes to my makeup. Like, I know I end up doing like a very similar look every day, but I like to switch up like what tools I use and like what mascaras or what highlighters, you know what I mean? Okay, so now that my mascara is drying, I am gonna do my lipstick and I'm using my handy dandy Bare Minerals. What is this? I think it's called, oh man, what is this? I'm trying to remember. I think it's called Gen Nude. Yeah, that's what it is. And this is in the shade Wink. And I love that it's matte. Matte liquid lipsticks are definitely my thing because I just feel like they last longer. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just like everything about them. So I think I bought that Bare Minerals lipstick at Ulta, but I went to Sephora the other day and apparently now they have like sales every weekend, which is just like, yes. Like, I love Sephora and everything, but like they never have sales. They have like Black Friday sales, but now that they're gonna start having sales, it's like I'm probably gonna show up there a little bit more than I normally do. Okay, so what else? Oh, lashes. Lashes, I always forget. All right, so I'm gonna use like tweezers today because I cannot find my little plastic lash grabber thing that comes with the lashes, you know, from, where did I even get that from? I think it might have been in a box of Ilora lashes. I have no idea at this point, but I always lose them and I always find them again. So for now, I'm just gonna use some tweezers. So I've been getting a ton of messages about like being vegan and rhinoplasty stuff, and I love those messages. Like, I could talk about that stuff for hours because I mean like the vegan stuff, I've been vegan for almost 3 years now, which is like crazy, it just like flew by. And the rhinoplasty stuff, I did a lot of research. And pro tip, don't watch the surgery if you're squeamish. Like, I watched the surgery and that was one of the most traumatic things I think I've ever seen. And I think it takes a very special person to be a surgeon because, oh my god, that first one was rough. After I saw that first open rhinoplasty video, I just like forced myself to watch more and then I became a lot more comfortable with the whole thing. But don't do that. Like, I don't know why I did that. You don't have to do that, but like if you're squeamish, just don't do it. It's gonna freak you out. I would never understand how people can like become surgeons and like they don't pass out, or maybe they do. Do they pass out when they're starting out? Are they just as grossed out at the like insides of people as I am? I don't know. I want to know. So yeah, like I do not recommend you watch it unless you really feel like you want to watch it. I think even surgeons themselves will probably not recommend you to watch it. I think it takes a very special person to be like okay with like watching it at least the very first time, because man, that first time was rough. Oh no, I just knocked over my tray of lashes. Okay, first lash is on. And I totally forgot to use the tweezers, so that's good in case I ever need to like apply a lash and I don't have tweezers. I guess I can just do it freehand. Anyway, so with the surgery videos thing, it got to the point where like I would just watch them for fun coming up to my surgery, which is like, I don't even know how to explain that at that point. I just thought they were really interesting, I guess, and I would be like, oh my god, look at that, what? And then I loved watching like before and after videos. Alright, so time for my highlight. So I'm just highlighting a little bit. This is like my favorite highlighter. I have quite a few, but this one is definitely my favorite. Why? Because it's a little bit on the pink side. I just have to say it. That's why. So this is the Makeup, what is this? Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter. Look at what happened to this the other day. I like broke it. So like it looks normal and it can still close, but like the little attachment is just, it's gone. And I made a doctor's appointment for, what is it, September, because apparently these doctors are like very busy, I guess, so they like have their schedule booked in advance for quite a bit. So I have an appointment in September to see whether or not I still have to like avoid gluten or not, because if I could know, that would be great. And I know I already talked about like Halloween and everything and my love for it, and I just love Halloween so much. And I know it's August, but I love Halloween, and Disney announced a little while ago that they are making the entire park the Nightmare Before Christmas themed, and I'm just like, why didn't I go this year? Because last year I went just for the small little bit of like fall decor that they have, and for the Nightmare Before Christmas, like a couple of rides that were like that. I think it's mostly just like the Haunted Mansion, and then everything is like pumpkin-y, and it's cute, you know. I really liked it. That's like my favorite time to go. Plus it rained. I just love the rain. The rain and the gloomy weather is just makes me so happy. So this year they're making the entire park themed like the Nightmare Before Christmas, and I really want to go. So I love that movie. It's so cute. Oh my god, I totally forgot to fill in my eyebrows. Okay, we're gonna do that next. Brows time. Did you hear my dog? Every single time. Every time I'm trying to do something, he snores. So this is just a regular e.l.f. eyeliner brush. What is this? Angled liner brush? Angled brush. And then the NYX Tame & Frame. And I'm just gonna outline my brows very lightly, because I feel like, I don't know, I think it's a good match, but maybe not the best match for my brows. I feel like they make it a little bit too bold if I use it for like my entire brow. So I'm just gonna use it for like the outline. Next time I'm just gonna buy like one shade lighter. Oh man, I just realized this year there's not gonna be a Scream Queens episode for Halloween. I love that show. At least I really liked the first season. The second season, it was okay. Like, I understand why they ended it, but the first season was just so good. So I went ahead and like re-mattified everything except the highlight, because I want that part to show through. So now my makeup is done. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and for watching this video. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Poshmark, Patreon, everything is at AmyCrouton. And if you want to support me on Patreon, you can click there. And if you want to subscribe, you can click there. My other videos are there and there. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I upload. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.